Just a minute, Saints fans. Just a minute. And we will have my co-host on here in a few seconds. He's going to be a little bit late. Welcome to the baddest sports show in the Deep South. We're just getting ready. Ready. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to talk about today. And, of course, remember, at 5:30 on Friday, we're going to be doing the pregame show, okay? We will be doing the pregame show on Friday. But until then, we got some updates that we're going to be making in a few seconds. So just give me a couple of seconds, and we're going to get it rolling. Hello, Saints fans. This is the weekly report. You know what I'm saying? This is the weekly report of the New Orleans Saints. This is the baddest sports show podcast. Shout out to Derek, one of our loyal supporters. It's nice to see you always being one of the first people in the chat, my brother. Who that, we that, and more that, okay? Yes, we had a beautiful a 6th episode last week. It was so awesome. It was an awesome bill. I so much enjoyed the ladies and the gentlemen that came on a panel last week, and we're gonna have some more excitement on Friday. We're gonna, in a few seconds, we will have my co-host. He'll be coming in very shortly. The host of the baddest sports show in the Deep South, my son. EJ 504. We definitely going to be welcome him in a few seconds. We got a couple of things that we're going to be talking about. We are just so grateful to have so many people that's been catching on. There's a lot of people out there that haven't heard about us on YouTube, and we are now connected. Shout out to my brother from another mother, Cedric Warren, who has actually been who's connected us to help connecting us to Facebook. So there's a lot of people. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and do so. The link is also you will also be able to subscribe. You can see the link, and you just hit that button, and you will be a member of the baddest sports show in the Deep South. My name is Everett 504. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know me. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm the co-host of the baddest sports show in the Deep South. And like I said, you are welcome to this podcast. You are welcome to this podcast. And anything I want you guys to know on the weekends, we do allow our followers to be on the panel. We do allow you to have your word. You know what I'm saying? Who that? What's going on? We got one of our sister Tremaya in the house. You know I'm always destroying your name, sister. You know, Tamara. I'm gonna go with Tamara. But we got the New Orleans Saints, and I'm gonna show my face in a few seconds. Live from my truck. The New Orleans Saints. I mean, there's these last 2 preseason games, there was a lot of things. There's still some questions to be answered with the New Orleans Saints. Yeah, I'm gonna call you T. You know what I'm saying? But there's still some questions more than answering. But pretty much so, the New Orleans Saints are pretty much loaded at every position. They're pretty much loaded at every position. I'm not too concerned about this football team. The impact of Michael Thomas. Of course, he had a hamstring injury. That is something to be concerned on. Of course, most Saints fans are very weary of that fact. That is a fact, okay? That he has a slight, but I think this is more of Dennis Allen being precaution, okay? I think it's really more of Dennis Allen being precaution, okay? Because it's not really a bad pull. It's actually a slight pull. Nick Underhill Actually, one of the New Orleans Saints beat writers, he gave the report, and it's nothing for us to be concerned about, New Orleans Saints fans. So please don't jump off the bridge. It's not a lingering injury. It's something that's just they're being very precautionary. It's similar to with Jameis Winston. Okay, a lot of people were panicking because Jameis had tweaked his leg, and a lot of people was worried. What's up, Henry? Henry Winters in the house, and there was a lot of them making a lot of noise about the New Orleans Saints. You do see the Fox, the channel on Fox, Fox Sports. Nick Wright is one of the few that's very not sold on the New Orleans Saints. Of course, the national media, Stephen A. Smith, they still cannot buy Jameis Winston. Okay, they still got a lot of non-hope in Jameis Winston. The national media is still talking about the 30 interceptions. Okay. Yep. Even Shannon Sharp is talking about us going to the Super Bowl. Yes, the Madden. I think Shannon Sharp is actually seeing what we're seeing. Okay, we're seeing a talented football team, Saints fans, and what we're seeing is not us being fans. Some people are fans and just going to say ridiculous stuff regardless. Some fans are just going to be fans. They're just going to say ridiculous things, and they're just not going to be realistic. That's just what fans is. But most football analysts, most football people realize that this team is loaded, okay? And we're talking about a team that Jameis Winston, I was weary. I was one of the ones that criticized Jameis Winston. I was one of the big vocal criticizing him when he was playing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I didn't want Jameis at one time. But Jameis Winston sold me. And a lot of you guys in our sports group knows that I, Dank, and a couple of other people was very hard on Jameis Winston, which we had every right to be very hard on Jameis because Jameis was doing some bad things, okay? Jameis is was the guy who was trying to ruin Marshawn Lattimore. He done some dirty stuff against Marshawn Lattimore, okay? With the Mike Evans incident, we do remember them days. We remember Jameis Winston, the eating the wins situation. Everybody had a right. The quarterback was in our division, so you love to hate these guys, just similar to Matt Ryan. Most of us didn't like Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan was a good quarterback, but he was our rival. So most Saints fans could not, fetter with the fact that Jameis, who we hated for so many years, is now a New Orleans Saint. But I have changed my tune after watching Jameis change as a man. And I'm sitting here telling you, Jameis Winston changed as a man. The immature Jameis Winston that we saw do childish things is not the same brother that we saw a couple of years back. When I seen him place his ego aside, and I seen Jameis Winston go out and do the things that he needed to do, he could have did similar to what Cam Newton did. He could have sat there and said, you know what? I was a starting quarterback. I ain't backing up for nobody. And this is why Cam Newton ain't gonna get a job, because Cam Newton lets his ego go far up his ass. And I want you guys to understand that. And something I learned about Jameis is that Jameis was willing to go and sit under a Hall of Fame quarterback and a Hall of Fame coach and sit there and learn how to be a quarterback again. And I want people to understand this. He learned how to be a better teammate, a better quarterback, a better person. So many people who have not given this man a chance, they're still looking at the immature Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston is a married man, a devoted father, and people cannot get past the 30 interceptions. Do we criticize the great Peyton Manning for throwing 28 interceptions in one season? Oh, it was his rookie year. Do we criticize the great Brett Favre for throwing up 27 interceptions. Oh, that's the great Brett Favre. Are we hard on quarterbacks like Jameis Winston? And the young king has entered the building.
Oh man,
The young
look
king
at this man.
has
Look at this
entered.
man.
The young prince has entered the building.
One
of the things, and I'm gonna remove my mic so I can hear you, because I be having audio problems when I got this. And you just so happen to have, since you are the host of the Baddest Sports Show, I'm gonna just sit my tail back and listen, because you happen to deal in the media. You went to Belhaven University. Let me introduce my son. For those who don't know my son is a graduate of Belhaven University. He's also a former player for Belhaven University in Jackson, Mississippi. He also ran track. He played football, so he does know knowledge. Okay, and he's also a journalist. He done his training under Kelsey Nicole. He did his internship with Fox Sports with Kelsey Nicole, and so he has credentials more than I do. Okay, so he went to So I want to know, why do people keep bringing up Jameis Winston and his interceptions? I mean, the man went. He had 14 touchdowns.
Let me tell you something,
and Nick
man.
Wright is still talking this way. Go ahead.
Let me tell you something, man. Look, people just don't like that man. All right, it's just what it is, man. He come out from college, He was a successful winning quarterback over there at Florida State. And, he come to the league over there in Buccaneer land. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't like him, because he was in our division, with the Buccaneers and everything. But, how can you not like this guy? I mean, ever since joining the Saints, I really gotten to know this guy and really gotten to really see his personality. Before, like I said, it was about, oh man, he's a division rival, he's kind of on the level of Matt Ryan. You know how we felt about Matt Ryan over the years, and we didn't like him. So, him joining us, him joining our team and joining the Saints, it gave me a chance to go ahead and look at him and really go ahead and study him and really, see why he acts the way he acts and see why he do the things he do. And I really gotten to see that this guy that's just his personality. He's just a cool, fun-loving guy. And then, people don't think about it.
A great teammate.
Yeah, it's a very good teammate. A lot of people don't realize that this guy brings in football stars. Doggone people want to play with this cat. Doggone he's him. That's one thing I can say about Jameis Winston is that Jameis don't get fake and phony for nobody. He's gonna be him, He's gonna go ahead and have that personality that's just like, hey, everybody, all going, come be my friend, all going, and that's cool, So I don't understand where this hate so much is coming from. I mean, I know he had the 130 interception year, but gosh, I mean, he threw 30 touchdowns and 5,000 yards with it. So I don't know, man. It confuses me, to this day now. Like I said, I used to look at myself and I used to say, like, dang, I was judging him pretty hard. I should have, really looked into this kid and everything and really realized how good of the guy is, And people don't realize, too, is that ever since he joined the Saints, that really changed him. When he lost the job against over there in Buccaneer land, I mean, that really changed his career. I mean, he ever since he got to sit that year behind Drew Brees, you can see the more mature, Jameis Winston. I ain't never seen this guy act like this before.
That had to be that had to be a slap in his face. The fact that he was the number 1 overall pick out of the University of Florida State, and it had to be a slap in his face to go. Not only, I know that you're getting replaced by the greatest quarterback of all time, but I want you guys to understand that they not only replaced him, they gave the greatest quarterback of all time the pieces that they never gave him.
Right.
That had to be a slap in his face.
Oh yeah, I mean that hurts anybody. You know, like, you was the number 1 overall draft pick for this team. You know, doggone, you was supposed to save Tampa Bay, man. You was supposed to go ahead and bring them to the promised land, and then doggone, they just replace you with Tom Brady, the GOAT, and doggone, he comes around here with the same team you thought, doggone. I mean, look at this from this perspective. Okay, Jameis Winston goes ahead and leaves the Buccaneers and says, okay, it's all right. They'll realize, doggone the talent I had over there, and they didn't help me out over there when Tom Brady's getting rushed and getting, tore up like I did. But then that's a huge slap in your face when you start to see, man, that front office starts adding doggone Rob Gronkowski, Antonio Brown, starts beefing up that O-line, starts beefing up that D-line, starts, revving up that defense over there. I mean, doing the things that you would think that they would have done for Jameis Winston. So it's like, that's hurtful. That's really sad, quite honestly, that the fact that Tampa Bay was, willing to go ahead and add these pieces, add all these great things, and do all these things for Tom Brady, but couldn't do that for him, So I don't know where that comes from. I don't know why. I guess it's Tom Brady, man. Doggone, the GOAT talks. He gets what he wants. Jameis Winston.
But I mean, some of the haters gonna say that he had Godwin and he had Mike Evans. But at that time, Mike Evans and Godwin, they were 1,000-yard receivers apiece.
Yeah, let's be honest here. Okay, Mike Evans, okay. I ain't gonna argue with nobody on that. Mike Evans was a quality receiver at the time. Chris Godwin, he was just rising on the scene. He was just rising. Okay, he was maybe about at the time Jameis Winston was leaving out. I think he hit his first 1,000-yard season. So this kid was only just starting to go ahead and become the receiver that we know today. So everyone needs to go ahead on somewhere. And like I said, like
Jameis threw 5,000 yards.
Yes, just
he threw the ball to them.
Yes, just with those two. And like, think about it. Tom didn't just have Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. Leonard Fournette, doggone Antonio Brown. That's huge. Gronk. That's it. Come on now, like let's be real about this now. Like don't sit there and act like Tom Brady didn't just get like 3 offensive players that are like top in the league right now.
He got all them running backs. You can call them washed up. You can say that what they was, but all these people took a pay cut to come play with Tom Brady.
Right.
And the Bucs did whatever they could. One of the things I can say, son, is the fact that the Saints are giving Jameis what Tampa Bay didn't give him, and that's pieces on both sides of the ball. When the fact, this is what I don't understand. Soon as the great Sean Payton leaves, Dennis Allen opens up the river. All of a sudden, people wants to come play for the New Orleans Saints. You notice that Sean Payton was always going away from LSU players.
That tells me something, though. I'm not going to lie to you. That tells me something, okay? First of all, that tells me that Sean Payton was stubborn, okay? Sean Payton wanted to do it his way, and Sean Payton wanted to do it his way only. Second of all, Sean Payton, doggone, he could have easily added all of these players that, the Saints, gotten right now. That Jarvis Juice, Tyrann Mathieu, Quan Alexander. Heck, I mean, at the time, Quan barely wanted to come to New Orleans. So it's really on the part of Sean Payton. Sean Payton just wanted, he wanted all those players from Ohio State. He wanted to go ahead and do things his way. He wanted to be stubborn. Dennis Allen is just Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen is just a guy that's just, open arms, that just want talent, regardless of where you coming from or not. Sean Payton, and not to say that he didn't want talent, but he just wanted to do, how people, how they got guys that just want to do things their own way, like Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick, doggone, that's one guy that that's gonna do things his way, and if you're not gonna do it his way, you're out the door.
Stubborn. That's why he's struggling right now.
Yes,
Stubborn.
it's just stubborn head
Without
coaches,
Tom
man.
Brady is showing. Without Tom Brady is showing. And the NFL is a quarterback lead. It's a quarterback lead. And most of the time, these coaches are being. I noticed Sean Payton was trying to get the hell out the door. Why? Because at the time, Drew Brees. You know what I want people to understand? That ESPN. ESPN had the nerve. I want to say this. Stephen A. Smith had the audacity to keep bringing up the fact that we don't have Sean Payton, and Nick Wright keeps talking about that we don't have Sean Payton. But are they talking about the Buccaneers not having Bruce Arians?
I
mean, what is going on?
I don't know why the national media. I don't know why national media wants to go ahead and hide the fact that, they didn't just lost Bruce Arians and they got Todd Bowles back there like Todd Bowles
like he was a winner. Like he was a winner.
Right. Like I don't know that
situation as Dennis Allen. I don't understand. The hate for New Orleans.
But you know why? You know why? Where all that comes from is called Tom Brady. Tom Brady will make your team look like they're gods. Doggone the fact that the Buccaneers have Tom Brady and the Saints don't irks doggone. It kind of makes national media go, oh well, that's the reason why the Buccaneers will remain relevant every single year, because Tom Brady, because of one player. No, football don't go that way. Football is a team sport. All right, it's not like Michael Jordan, in basketball, okay? And not to go ahead and say that Scottie Pippen wasn't his help over there in Bullland, but we know who was the man in that Bulls uniform. We already know Michael Jordan. So if we compare an NFL and NBA, doggone Tom Brady is not your team. Tom Brady is just a quarterback, and doggone that's where people get this confused in sports. I want to say this too. Let's take it even more in sports level terms. Look at LeBron James. Okay, LeBron James is on the latter part of the years of his career, and Tom Brady. Okay, yeah, it's great. Don't get me wrong. It's awesome that he's doing what he's doing at his age. He's got an arm still. He can still throw down the field. But is he really running down the court like LeBron James? LeBron James got to run down the court with these young cats. Doggone, LeBron got to block. LeBron got to, doggone shoot. LeBron got to dunk and jump and all these things. Tom Brady just got to go ahead and sit behind that line that he has and throw the football. That's all he got to do.
That he had. Nobody's going to talk about the three major key injuries. A retired veteran, that a Pro Bowl or all pro retired or all pro guard. Right. The fact that they lost a center to injury and they just lost another guard.
That's another thing too. Like why nobody ain't talking about the fact that the Buccaneers just lost 3 huge key linemen to their team. That's a blow to me. Like, doggone, say what you want to say about the Saints, but the Saints been giving the Buccaneers troubles already when they had their starting line up in there. So, doggone, you telling me they just lost 3 of their top linemen on that football team, and doggone, you still ain't really saying nothing. You just like, they still got Tom. It's gonna be okay. Julio Jones don't sit there and answer that for me.
504 in the house.
What does that mean? Because Julio Jones was on that roster, that ain't helping that old line, doggone. He ain't gonna have enough time to get into Julio Jones. And let me tell y'all something about Julio Jones, man. Doggone, Julio Jones is not the same man he was back in the day, man. I mean, look,
he was getting locked down.
Come on,
even when he was in his prime. He was getting locked down even in his prime. When has Julio Jones really broke out on the New Orleans Saints? How many times has he ever just Julio Jones and Mike Evans have been locked down?
Right.
They have been locked down.
Right.
So I don't want to hear nothing about no Julio Jones. Julio who? Julio who?
Hey, man, I still got that video, doggone, of him flying in the air with doggone Alonzo, doggone. Doggone made him fumble and do that helicopter spinning there. Look, man, doggone, Julio Jones is not that man no more. Everybody needs to calm down. doggone acting like doggone Julio Jones's career is about to be rectified just because he's with Tom Brady, man. Let's calm down. Let's pump the brakes. Like I said, man, doggone. Let me see what they look like with that O-line right now. Let me see how their offense operates. Because first of all, Tom Brady's main success has come through the O-line. Okay, and his defenses over the years. People don't talk about that. The Patriots' defenses over the years were awesome. But doggone, they were overshadowed over the years because of Tom Brady. Doggone, their O-linemen. Nobody wants to talk about their O-linemen and the system that doggone Bill Belichick always had over the years and putting great linemen around Tom Brady.
That's underrated. That is very underrated. That's why them two was a match made in heaven. The fact that Bill Belichick understood what he had to do to put around a quarterback.
Right.
Okay? And the bottom line is they both had egos. Tom wanted to show the world that he can win without Bill. And Bill wanted to show the world that it wasn't Tom. So egos got into play with both of them. So, you know, one thing about Drew Brees and Sean Payton, they didn't have that relationship. Kudos to Drew Brees and Sean Payton because they never had a jealous relationship like that. One thing I can criticize Sean Payton about, son, is his lack of developing quarterbacks. He does not develop young quarterbacks. Now, other than Drew Brees, other than Teddy Bridgewater and them, and Jameis Winston coming there, the young quarterbacks have not been developed. I am very disappointed. I in our draftee.
I think Sean Payton knew all those years was coming down, and doggone Sean was sitting there. I mean, yeah, you still got your boy Drew in your back pocket, but at the same time, he should have been doggone started to really figuring out who was going to replace him.
Who was going to a long time ago?
Like he should have, and the only recording we've gotten like that we caught on the news today about him actually trying to go into the right direction as far as quarterback is Patrick Mahomes, which that's not his fault. Okay, go ahead. You know, it was the Chiefs. The Chiefs found out.
He wanted Patrick Mahomes. He wanted
a damn good find by the Chiefs.
Yeah, he wanted
kudos to them. Kudos. But doggone, after that, I mean, really think about it. Has Sean Payton really made an effort to really say, all right, Drew, doggone, I know I'm going to still keep riding to go ahead and get this next Super Bowl with you, but where's your replacement at? And I hate that he didn't really, doggone come a little harder in that department. Really try to find us somebody that could replace Drew.
He also wanted Lamar too. He did want Lamar Jackson also, but he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He did.
And Garrett Grayson was trash, and Ian Book is trash. Trash. They trash.
Y'all remember over the years we used to get hype about Garrett Grayson? We always used to sit there and say, man, I can't wait when Garrett Grayson hit that field. That boy Garrett fumbled the bag, man. Come on now. Look, Garrett was not right. Ian, and then like I hate to say this about Ian, but like Ian has really great potential. He has potential, but the kid is just not there yet. He's just not there, man. Like I don't
bragging
see
about
it, man.
Ian Book. I've been trying to be optimistic. You could go back on our past tapes. I have been the main one saying, give this man a chance. He threw a beautiful pass to Chris Olave. It was a beautiful pass. He actually threw the man open. Then he comes back. It's the turnovers. It's the fumbles. But a lot of that has to do with the lack of him being able to have preseason from last year.
Yeah.
The lack of him, the COVID-19 has messed his development up. If we're gonna keep him, we need to bring him to the practice squad and let him sit for a little while.
Yeah.
I'm not saying give up on the man. I'm just saying right now he's trash.
Yeah.
Right now he's trash.
Yeah.
I'll call it like I see it. And as far as this team go, Andy Dalton is the secured backup quarterback. And I'm gonna tell you this: if something happened to Jameis Winston, I am very comfortable that Andy Dalton could keep us on a winning streak until Jameis come back. I love the first two quarterbacks.
That was a great move. Nobody ain't talking about that.
And I don't think a lot of people talks about that.
Yeah, nobody didn't talk about the Saints picking on Andy Dalton. That is huge. Doggone, the Saints knowing that Jameis Winston was coming off his ACL injury and that, doggone, injuries may pop up again. Doggone, that's perfect. Having somebody like Andy Dalton, that's not your starting quarterback, but he could start. He could start for some other teams, but doggone, to have him in your back pocket, that's huge. Doggone, I believe he's way better than all the quarterbacks we had last year besides Jameis Winston. Every quarterback that we had start for us last year besides Jameis Winston, Andy Dalton easily is better than him.
That is an upgrade.
Yes.
It's a serious upgrade.
Yes.
You have a guy who won a playoff game. You have a guy, come on, we had Simeon at quarterback.
Yes.
We had Taysom Hill at quarterback. And look, I don't want to shit on Taysom.
Why is the national media not talking about that?
But they don't talk about that.
Why is they not talking about that?
Taysom is our emergency number 3. To have Taysom Hill.
Yes.
Because you got to remember, many teams, the Denver Broncos during the COVID-19 had to start a wide receiver at quarterback. Right. You now have a Taysom Hill, the ability to have Taysom Hill come in if something drastic happens with some kind of breakout or anything. So I love the situation that we in as an organization. I love our offensive line, the way they're playing. I think we've been physical in preseason. It has not led to wins because, you're dealing with the backups and stuff. But the first 2 teams have been looking good.
I've been seeing all these fans all going panicking about preseason games. Everybody need to calm down.
What's wrong with fans.
Like, calm down. Have we really seen our full starters go out there? Like, come on now. Like, everybody need to calm down. Like, calm down.
We haven't seen Michael Thomas yet. We haven't seen Winston yet. We haven't seen Alvin Kamara yet.
Right. So, like, everybody need to calm down about, oh, man, we're 0-2 in the preseason. Like, let us get to the season. Now, if we 0-2 in the regular season, okay, I might agree with you. But doggone, this is the preseason, guys. Like doggone, you got Ian Book playing the whole game against the Packers. Like, come on, huh?
You know what Pete Carmichael is showing me in preseason is he's showing me that he's going to try to develop the run game.
He's going to be balanced.
Yes, he's balancing this football.
Yes.
Some of the strengths when we won our first Super Bowl, something Sean Payton got away, and I'm going to criticize Sean Payton. Some of you Saints fans act like Sean Payton can't not be criticized because he won one goddamn Super Bowl. We should have won 4 Super Bowls, Sean Payton. But your stubbornness to go away from the run when it was obvious that teams could not stop the 1-2 punch of Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram, he did not utilize running the football the way even Murray.
Oh, man.
Even Murray, bro. It's crazy.
People forget our 2018 year. Alvin Kamara and doggone Mark Ingram was rolling. I mean, doggone, they were a huge part of that offense. Doggone, Drew Brees was always doing what he was doing, but Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram was doing it. They was doing the thing, and doggone, Sean Payton just stayed away from it. I don't know why. When it hit the key moments, he did not put it in their hands. And what I love seeing about
we ran
Carmichael,
over 268 and with 300-something yards against the Buffalo Bills.
Yes.
I said we had like almost 300 yards rushing.
Yes.
He comes back the next week and he start vertical passing.
Yes. Pete Carmichael is going to start showing teams that the Saints got a running game. Doggone, and which doggone, I ain't going to lie to you, we need that. Like, we don't need Jameis throwing like 300 passing yards, 400 passing yards. We don't need him doing all that. We don't need him doing. All we need is Kamara. Yes, Kamara to go ahead and help out in that backfield. Mark Ingram, I know he still got legs left because I know a lot of fans are still wondering if he still got his legs on him. I know it's been a couple of years, but doggone, this man can still run. So doggone, I believe that if we can just go ahead, like we already got the receiving talent, doggone, just, mix it together. Pete Carmichael gonna have this offense rolling, man. I'm excited for it.
Son, are they forgetting the year of Bynagate when Sean Payton got suspended for a year, and it was Pete Carmichael who kept the Saints top 5 in offense? We didn't miss a beat, but the damn defense was diddly squat. The fact that that Spagnola and the defense were terrible. We don't talk about these issues with the New Orleans Saints. We don't even go to these levels. The fact that Pete Carmichael, when Sean Payton broke his leg, Pete Carmichael was calling the plays. Saints fans got to wake up and understand that, hey, there's no time to panic. And let me tell you something. As far as the unknown about Dennis Allen, there were many coaches like Dennis Allen in their very first jobs.
Hey, man.
Like Bill Belichick. Like
if you're a Saints fan right now, you need to be excited about having Dennis Allen as your head coach, because you know why? This is the number one reason why Dennis Allen needs to be doggone talked about more. He is a defensive-minded head coach. We don't have many of those in the NFL. So when you have somebody that's already a great defensive coordinator, that already has top defensive players on the side of that football, and you got somebody that can talk some offense, Pete Carmichael, that's been doing it for years over there in New Orleans, bro, you can go ahead and win games through your defense. You don't even have to rely on your offense so much like that. You just need your offense to do their job. And the offense has it in place so they can do their job. So the defense, all they got to do is do what they've been doing. Shutting it down every single year. This defense is going to be a top 3 defense in the league.
Since the Dome Patrol. And I know that's high. Saints fans, old Saints fans going to say I'm smoking on some shit. Let me tell you something.
Hey, I'm going to tell you this.
We got better cornerbacks than we had back in the day.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Are way better than the Dome Patrol.
Yes, that secondary is way better than the Dome Patrol's doggone secondary. I promise you. Doggone, we may not have them linebackers like we did back in the day. I ain't gonna lie, but doggone, hey, that secondary and that D-line is I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna take our doggone secondary and D-line today over the Dome Patrol secondary and D-line today, man. That's how good we are. And doggone, look. The only thing I say on our defensive side is I need Pete Werner to step up. I need Pete Werner this year to go ahead and show me.
Body, man. He has to take care of his body.
He got to stay healthy this year. Doggone him and DeMario Davis can take over that linebacking core.
Davenport is a big key to the New Orleans Saints. We got to have Davenport big ass out there slamming people on the ground. We need that physical Davenport. I like the rotation. We have I
want to see Peyton Turner.
Oh yeah, he's a wild man.
Yes.
I think he's healthy. You have seen him in preseason. You have seen him in training camp. Nick Underhill has raved about him. Mike Triplett has raved about him. So and Jeff Duncan has raved about this guy.
Right.
So what more can I say? I think the linebacking core. And look, we're not talking about CD Deuce and the Honey Badger being on the same team with Lattimore. CD Deuce.
We got so many on that secondary. Man. It's so.
Don't sleep on Justin Evans.
Look at this too. Doggone that. Hey man, being a former DB and looking at that lineup, man, these are players that I wish I could play with right now, man. Like these, bro. Honey Badger, Marshawn Lattimore.
It's gonna be very fun, Saints fans.
Parson and Debo.
Mays.
Oh my God, Marcus May. Come on, PJ Williams. I mean, Lord. Who do you want? Who do you want? Doggone CJ Gardner Johnson. Doggone Mr. Taylor back there. Oh man, they gonna call
EJ. They call him now. They group the Holler and Wolf EJ. Now, who they get the Holler and Wolf from? Who they get the Holler and Wolf? Somebody must have been following your daddy. Who? Somebody been following your daddy. Everybody in the dome. Ow! That's what we gotta be hollering. Ow!
Hey, Jay Rich. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. See, in that secondary, I might need to go ahead and come out of retirement and lace them up, bro. Because they look good, man. I'm telling you, bro. That's That's people that I looked up to, man. That's dudes. Marshawn Lattimore, doggone CJ Gardner-Johnson, Tyrann Mathieu, man, doggone even Marcus May. Those are guys that I model my game after, man. I love seeing guys like that, man. So I can't wait to see them in the Saints uniform, man. In that black and gold, whoo. Man, it's gonna be rocking, man. I'm telling you, and they gonna
when they wear the black helmets,
when they wear them black helmets,
I'm waiting. I can't wait. And I can tell y'all this. I have never been so excited since the 2009 season. I am so energetic. I'm just so most people would be sad because we lost our head coach.
Man,
we just got off of losing Drew Brees. I'm actually excited for a whole new regime. One of the biggest sleepers is Will Lutz.
Yeah.
One of the biggest sleepers. Remember us, people don't talk about the fact that we miss a lot of field goals, which causes us to not win a lot of games.
Why is nobody talking about Will Lutz, man? Why is nobody talking about Will Lutz?
Nobody talking about Will Lutz.
Will Lutz is one of the best kickers in the league, man. You can put him on the 60-yard line, and I'm telling you, he gonna make it with his eyes closed, man.
Will Lutz is going to score the most points. We may not be the most. Let me tell you something. We may not even be the most highest scoring team in the NFL. But I'm going to tell you this. I put my money on the Saints scoring a lot of points. But let me tell you something. You can play defense. You can do ball control. And you can hit field goals. You're going to the playoffs. You're going to the playoffs. And I'm going to tell you like this. We play mistake-free football. And I see the Saints are doing something that's really surprised me. They taught Kurt Merrick to go and play running back, family. Running back, son.
You know what that tells me, though? Kirk Merrick gonna make this football team. Kirk Merrick gonna make this football team, man. Doggone, he's been making waves in training camp, and doggone, he's been talked about a lot. I think Kirk Merritt, doggone, gonna make this football team. Only coaches ain't gonna tell you to switch your position if they don't think, doggone, they need you, man. Doggone, they told him to switch his position. They told him to switch his position because you know why? That man gonna make this football team. Book it.
I'm telling you.
Don't be surprised if you see Kirk Merritt on that final roster.
They don't want to get rid of Deshaun Dixon because what happens is it's a numbers game. I told you, Traquan, my boy Traquan, you know I love you, Traquan. You know I love you, Traquan. You might make the team because I'm hearing because of your blocking ability.
I don't know, man. I hate to say this on here, but I think Traquan might be used as trade bait this year, man.
One of our wide receivers are going to get traded. One of them going to. But let me tell you something. Look out for Deshaun Dixon at the back end. They want that. He's another Marcus Colston. He's a big guy, and I'm telling you, at the back end, we're not losing Callaway. Callaway, I don't know where Traquan fits. And Traquan, I know you follow us, and I hope you all unsubscribe. But I hope we motivating you, brother.
Right, man.
Last time
we want to see the best for the man. Doggone, we've been waiting for him for years, man. We love this kid, but then at the same time, this is a loaded receiving room.
I love Traquan Smith because he's the only Saint that come in a Batter Sports Talk and come in and take it like a man. Yeah, I give him props. He has been in our chat. He has came on the Batters. And I respect the dude. I want him to make this football team.
Oh, I respect him big time. Doggone, hey, I love the cat. Doggone, but at the same time, doggone, this receiving room is loaded, man, and there ain't no room for mistakes no more. See, he can go ahead and chill out and do what he was doing over the years, doggone, with last year's roster. This year's roster, this ain't no games to be played, man. Doggone, these cats are out here taking spots, man. Doggone, you got to be hungry this year, man. You got to be ready to win. You know, doggone, this is some big names dudes that are ready to go ahead and go show out this year, you know?
Kevin White had a minor injury, and they put him on injury reserve. What that tell you? What that tell you? They didn't want to cut him. I think they want to keep him on the roster.
Hey, shout out to Kevin White, man.
I don't know. Shout out to Kevin White. What kind of love affair? Kevin White must got something on the Saints. He must have caught Mickey Loomis doing some shit. I don't know what he caught.
Hey, I want to say this though, Dad. I want to say this. Look. I saw TJ Jones's podcast, and he was saying,
shout out to TJ Jones.
Shout out to you, TJ. But I saw his podcast, and he was saying, man, doggone, I ain't hyped about Traquan Smith, man. Doggone, I don't think he gonna make this roster. He's trash and everything. I don't know, man. There's something about these Saints liking Kevin White. I don't know. Doggone, Kevin White, I think really is doing something at practice. He's doing something that we are not seeing.
They could have cut Kevin White right there, and we would have gave a damn. Saints fans would have.
He's gonna make this roster. It's unbelievably. He's gonna make this roster.
He's around. He's dropping the football ass some kind of way. I think the Saints they still think that they can coach him up, because he has the ability. He's so fast. Now we're gonna get criticized because some asshole gonna say that we are voting for Kevin White. They're gonna talk about Kevin White.
No, hey, let me make this clear. Before somebody go on Twitter or Facebook or somewhere or somebody's social media and be like, man, these cats talking about Kevin White, one of the best receivers in the league. Nobody ain't talking about Kevin White, one of the best in the league. Nobody talking about Kevin White gonna start. Nobody talking about Kevin White gonna do all these things. I'm saying Kevin White is gonna make this football team, and the Saints like Kevin White.
Every time somebody get hurt, he's gonna go on the practice squad, and every time somebody get hurt, they're gonna keep calling him up. That's what they're gonna keep doing.
They like Kevin White, man. Doggone, it's just what it is. I don't know what he's been doing in training camp. I don't know what he's been doing in practice, but Kevin White must be doing something good because they haven't cut him yet. Doggone, they like the cat. He must be. I think what it. I know
for him. They just.
I'm gonna tell you this though. I think in the red zone, that's probably why they like Kevin White. He's long. And doggone, they look at him as a red zone threat, and he got some speed on him. He's been fast. Doggone, coming in the league, he was supposed to go ahead and be one of the top runners in the league. So I think that's what Dennis Allen and them is seeing. But
opinions like assholes. Everybody got an opinion. I play football, son. You play football. There's always some people think that they know more than you, that they're gonna criticize the people that you played college or ball, okay? I only played high school. I played semi-pro, but you played college level, okay? So I can't never discredit the things that you're saying. So some of the things that some people gonna try to say, oh, you don't know football. It's just an opinion. And we're not saying that we are voting for Kevin White. We're not saying that we want him to make the team. We're just saying that the Saints have a liking for Kevin White for some reason.
I'm gonna say this, Dad. Doggone, if he's doing enough to make this football team, and doggone, he's gonna help us to win some football games, then hell yeah, Kevin White, make this football team, man. Doggone, I'm not against doggone him being on this football team as long as he's doggone catching footballs and winning us some football games. I'm not against it.
Oh, son, he can't catch a cold. So until he catch a cold, then I'll be on the bandwagon of Kevin White. Right now, not that he still got some development to do. I think they're gonna keep.
I don't know, man.
I think because of injuries, an injury occurred. He knows the offense. They'll call him somewhere down the line if somebody get a tweak, some kind of injury. There's always that guy that knows the offense, that been in training camp. Kevin White is just that guy, that afterthought guy. That's all he is. Now, as far as there was a lot of Saints fans who was trying to write off Troutman. I was one of the Saints fans last year to write off Troutman, and I can sit here and tell you this: Troutman has been playing. He's been the best tight end in practice, and he's been the best tight end in preseason. So, what did you think about Adam Troutman?
Let me tell y'all something, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be a man on here and tell y'all I was one of the biggest haters on Troutman last year because I expected Troutman to go ahead and be better than what he was last year. But this year, now look, let me mind you guys that it's only been training camp preseason, so we haven't seen what he's gonna look like again this year. But I'm a shout out to you, Adam Troutman. You, sir, have improved your game, and you look so much comfortable and look so much better in that tight end room, man. Look, I'm proud of you, man. Doggone, you must have heard me talking about you or something, man, because you know what? Trotman, you have improved your game. Now, I do say continue to get better at your blocking because we know that's still been a struggle for you. But, man, if we can get you to start catching some footballs down the field, man, hey, man, I'm being one of the main ones talking about, hey, look, I was sorry about talking about you, but hey, who that baby? First down, Adam Trotman, number 82. Let's go.
And let me tell you something. The ability, shout out to Drunk in the house, our boy Drunk in the house. You know, the ability for the New Orleans Saints, they have the ability to go vertical. But I don't think that, you know, that Pete Carmichael's offense is not going to be a vertical offense. It's going to be a balanced offense. And I think that some of the things that is Jameis Winston's weakness is the fact that you can bait him into interceptions. So I think that Pete Carmichael is not going to put him in a situation where he's going to be baited into interceptions. This young man is going to learn how to check the football down. He has learned under Drew Brees that you don't have to always hit the deep ball. You can also chuck the ball sometimes. And I'm looking forward to seeing the growth of Jameis Winston and him being that leader. Because we talked about Jameis Winston. Let's talk about Michael Thomas, because Michael Thomas is one of the topics that I put in here. Michael Thomas, you know, the Saints fans are panicking about Michael Thomas. They think that he's hurt again. He's not hurt. This is the New Orleans Saints that are not giving the blueprint to the Atlanta Falcons. He is not hurt, fans. Go ahead.
Look, I hope our fans are watching, and I know y'all like, why is EJ laughing right now? I'm going to tell y'all why I'm laughing right now. Look, Michael Thomas, man, y'all is some, look, Saints fans, look, I love y'all some of my brothers and sisters, man, doggone, but so, to see y'all overreact about Michael Thomas get a hamstring injury is just crazy to me. I mean, gosh, man, for a very long time. Look, he's been out for a while, okay? And then Michael Thomas is trying to work his way back, man. Doggone, he's been working so hard that he overworked himself this past weekend, man, okay? He just got a little hamstring trouble. That does not mean that he would not be ready for week one. He will be ready for week one. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all remember when he first got the ankle injury and he was playing through that 2020 season with Drew Brees and him because he still believed, doggone, that the Saints needed him and that he was trying to go ahead and make this Super Bowl? Doggone, I wish I could go ahead and pull up the picture of how his ankle looked on week one when he hurt his ankle and doggone Latavius Murray fell on his leg, man. Y'all don't realize how hurt that man was. And for him to even come back that season and doggone still play some football games, some form of football games, doggone tells me that Michael Thomas will be ready by week one this season. He's not worried about no hamstrings doggone going on with it. I promise y'all, you will be seeing Michael Thomas flex on the screen. I promise y'all. So everybody calm down. All right, I don't want to hear nothing about, here we go again. I don't want to hear nothing about all that, man. Michael Thomas is ready, okay? Doggone, look, he just doggone went a little hard at practice, and doggone, that's what you want to see. You want him doggone hungry because you know what? They got people out there in the national media talking about that he's not one of the top 5 receivers in this league.
Not top 10. Some of them say, you know, Nick Wright and them, they are the worst. They are the worst. They say he's not even top 10. And I want for all the former athletes that's out here in the chat, that's out here, I want to ask you, have you ever had you played ball, so you had little injuries?
Right.
I don't understand why fans think that these guys are supermen. And I never
think they robots out here, man. That's what it is.
That they can't have little injuries. Yes. You know, I can understand a man who's been out for almost 2 years.
Right.
Almost 2 years. You can't make this out. And Nick Wright and Stephen A. Smith, you know, you're the worst. Colin Cowhurst, and if you know, Stephen A. Smith, Stephen A. Snitch, stick to basketball, sir. You don't know a damn thing about football.
He don't know
You don't
nothing
know
about basketball either.
What?
That's the thing.
I don't get it. He just be making shit up. Don't know the football. You know that the one thing that I hate, son, is lazy journalism. Lazy journalism. One of the things that I rely on is the local sector because they know more about the team.
You know why? You know why the local sector knows more? Because they're there. They're watching these players. They're there. The national media just
the locals.
The national media don't know what they're talking about. They just like to make their opinions and sound smart and sound professional because, you know, that's what ESPN, Fox, and all of these things paint them doggone to be. But they're not doggone out there watching your football team. They're not there at training camp seeing how these guys look doggone out there on the football field. So how can they have opinions about these players when they don't even know themselves about what's going on?
Drunk said they still put Deshaun Watson in the top 5, and they miss on Michael Thomas missed time, and he's all of a sudden out of the top 10. And guess what? They got McCaffrey in the top 5 running backs. They still got McCaffrey.
Hey, look, McCaffrey. Let me say this too.
Thomas.
What the hell is NFL fans doggone love and affection for McCaffrey? Why they love this cat so much? Like, damn, man, like it irks me because doggone over the years, Alvin Kamara has been way healthier and he's put up way better numbers than doggone Christian McCaffrey. But y'all want to still sit there and talk about Christian McCaffrey as top 5 in the league. Huh? He's not, he hasn't been healthy, man. And doggone, if y'all gonna use this doggone type of knowledge, talking about doggone McCaffrey deserves to be doggone top 5, but Michael Thomas doesn't, and they both missed about the same amount of time. Y'all crazy, man. Like I don't understand that. You know what it is? It's because one's in a Saints uniform and one's in another team's uniform. I'm not even gonna say a Panthers uniform. I'm gonna say another team's uniform.
In line, son, the indictment on New Orleans, the football team, the basketball team, the indictment on New Orleans. These suckers here need to be shot. I mean, it's crazy. The indictment on New Orleans.
What if we done them?
Then you know that New Orleans is the top destination for Super Bowl. Even though we got that old ass Superdome, we still the best party city in the nation.
Yup.
You could build a stadium in LA. You can build a stadium in Miami. They ain't gonna never be New Orleans. And they now have started to talk about they even distance New Orleans from the Super Bowls. Okay? So I don't get it. I never will. I never understood, but I do understand that there's an indictment against New Orleans, period.
I don't know why. I don't know why. They still want when we be hosting these all-star games and these Super Bowls and everything, they still be coming on the Bourbon Street and getting drunk and all going having parties and everything. I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it. What they don't like about us, you like our culture, but y'all don't like our sports teams. I don't understand it, man. I don't.
Yeah, Roger.
Get over yourselves.
It's more than just Roger Goodell, because I'm gonna tell you like this: Roger Goodell did not like Sean Payton, and I think we're gonna all them things that we couldn't get away with. I think we're gonna get a little ease out on us because of the fact that Sean Payton is gone now. I think Dennis Allen is get a little bit more favoritism calls. There was an indictment against Sean Payton for years, and I think Sean Payton knew that. Okay, so I really believe that the New Orleans Saints are going to catch the breaks that they was not catching when they had Sean Payton as the head coach. So y'all get ready to party with the Lombardi. I think that the New Orleans Saints. Now, how do you think about the running game, and what do you think the fact that Kenyon Drakes is available? Do you think the New Orleans Saints need to look at Kenyon Drakes? What do you feel about the running game?
Well, I believe the running game is fine. I'm perfectly fine going into the season with Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram, and TJ Jones, and even having Dwayne Washington on special teams. I'm cool with that.
Tony Jones, huh?
Yeah, my bad, my bad. But Tony Jones, doggone, I'm
running back. Go ahead.
But I'm perfectly fine with Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram, and Tony Jones and Dwayne Washington. Now, that's an intrigue to me. Kenyon Drake, having him out there, I would. Hey, the Saints need to go, swoop him out real quick. Doggone, I mean, he would be great to have. Doggone. In really, I'm gonna say this why I'm so comfortable about Alvin Kamara and all of them, and that running back field. Alvin Kamara hasn't had no suspension trouble right now. All I've been hearing about it is that Kamara should be his troubles are for next season and beyond. So as far as this season, doggone, I'm fine with rolling with what we have. We good, but doggone. If you want some extra insurance, you can look at Kenyon Drake. Kenyon Drake would be fine. I would love to have him in there. He's a great pass catcher, and he can run that football. So I mean, I'm fine either way.
Great for the pass catcher. He's another Pierre Thomas.
Yeah,
great in the screen game for the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah,
great for us. I would not knock us making that move to go get Kenyon Drake. I wouldn't. But what I want to say is the fact that the first 5 games, son, the first 5 games are winnable. This is not all. When I evaluated the schedule, we got the Falcons, and then after that, I think we got the Buccaneers, right?
I forgot who it was on Twitter. One of them boys said that we going 5-0 with that schedule for the first 5 games. And you know what? It's hard for me to not even agree with him on that. I mean, we have the Falcons. I know we have, the Vikings. I know we have the Buccaneers. I can't think of the other 2 games, but doggone, before we get to the Bengals, it looks really favorable. It's the Seahawks, and I'm missing one more other game. But it looks favorable to me. Doggone, if we can, the only hard game in them first 5 games.
Bring up the schedule, Henry. If you're listening. Henry, you can bring up this.
If I can get somebody to
put up
post that 5 game, them first 5 games, I think I'm missing one team out of that. But
okay, we got this right here. Okay, we got Christopher saying the Atlanta Falcons, Buccaneers, and then we
Panthers,
Panthers,
Vikings, and then the Seahawks are after the Vikings. So we got the Bengals after that. So doggone Atlanta, that's a dub. Week 2 against the Bucs, doggone, that's gonna be our only test right there. The Panthers, I think that's a dub. The Vikings, that's a dub. Doggone, and it's level playing field. Even though I kind of wish doggone they would stop having us on these London games and out of the country and everything. I know it's good for the league and everything, but I wish that could have been a home game for us. But doggone, that's still favorable for us. Doggone, as long as we don't go over there to Viking land, I'm fine with that. Doggone,
I'm fine with it, son, because we could have very much well been in Minnesota. We have a hard time playing in Minnesota. Right. I like the fact that we're playing in a neutral place in London. Minnesota not going to be able to bring all the fans to London. So, all that.
Right. So, I mean, it's going to be team against team at that point. It's just talent against talent. And doggone, of course, I'm taking my talent against your talent. The Vikings don't have as many playmakers as we have. They don't have a defense like we have. So that's easy. Easy 5-0. It could be easy, either a 5-0 or 4-1 schedule right there.
The only problem is New Orleans in the past have played under Sean Payton. We have played down to our competition. That's the only problem that I'm worried about, is the fact that New Orleans beat the good teams, but we always struggled with the bad football teams. So hopefully under Dennis Allen, we are dominant against the bad teams. Okay, That's something Sean Payton, and I know y'all gonna say that I'm criticizing Sean Payton, the greatest football coach in New Orleans history. But the Saints under Sean Payton always seem to split against the Falcons when the Falcons are bad. We always team to lose one game against the Falcons.
No, I agree. I would say this, guys. Now we all look at the Falcons and we know what their situation is. They're not a playoff football team, but you know they always give us trouble because that's our division rival. So doggone, I do say, doggone, this first game, doggone, it's gonna tell me a lot about us this season. If we can come in there and have a statement win against the Falcons. Hey, this is gonna be a fun ass season, man. Doggone, y'all get y'all popcorn ready because hey, we about to go ahead and party with that Lombardi. So
party with the Lombardi.
But if we start struggling out there with the Falcons, guys, I don't want us to panic so much because you know this is a division rival, and the Falcons give us trouble every single year. When you play in your division rival, you never know what you're gonna get in that type of game. So it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a grinded out football game.
Don't overlook your opponent, Saints fans.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn how bad it is. It's something about the Saints playing bad football teams. Who remember the Seattle Seahawks when I thought for sure we was gonna beat that ass?
Hey, look, anybody can lose any given Sunday, man. It's the NFL, doggone. It's just about, are you ready to come prepared to win that football game, man? Doggone, it's anybody's game at the end of the day. We know who's supposed to win, and we know who's supposed to lose. But at the end of the day, doggone, who's gonna come in ready to win on that week 1, week 2, week 3, and so on? You know,
you protect Jameis Winston. We protect Jameis Winston. We're gonna win. We're gonna win this division. All you have to do is protect Jameis, keep him clean, run the football. We're gonna win this. We're gonna win the NFC.
An intriguing matchup. I do want to. This is my kind of my little preview into that Atlanta game, guys. Just y'all a little sneak peek real quick. But like, you know, we as a Saints defense, when the games we normally struggle with is when we play against running quarterbacks. I don't know what it is, guys, but every time we play a running quarterback, it's something about it, and we struggle with them guys. So the Falcons did break in Marcus Mariota. And say what you want to say about Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota can run. That's part of his strengths. So what I want to see us do week 1 is really improve in that area. That's what I want to see. I want to see us shut that down for real. I want us to really get on top of that and start, because we play some teams this year that got some running quarterbacks. If we can start early and really get on top of that.
Oh, don't tell me that, son. Don't do that.
that's gonna be the thing, man.
We couldn't even touch Jalen Hurts. We couldn't even touch the brother.
Yes.
We gotta
play him again this year. And I think we gotta play Lamar. We gotta play Lamar and the Ravens. So we gotta get it. We gotta get it how we live, doggone week 1. We gotta start really just figuring that out. Like, because I don't know what it is about us.
Come on, Dennis.
Quarterbacks, man.
Come on, Dennis. You gotta come up with a game plan, man. I mean, now we wear Tom Brady and old ass out.
Right, doggone, that pocket pass is easy for us.
Yeah,
we can do that all day, every day.
Cause we play Baker Mayfield. Now he don't run like no damn Mariota. We can get his ass. We can get him.
We'll be able to go rush him easy. Kirk Cousins, we can go ahead and rush him. Doggone Drew Lock, we can go ahead and rush. Doggone, look, I'm not worried about these little easy pocket passing quarterbacks. I want to see us get better at watching these boys taking off and run. It always scared me when I start seeing these boys start running out of that backfield, and I'm like, who the hell had him? You know, doggone. So I that's what I want to see. Doggone, us get better at.
As we about to close, it's almost 7:00. But I wanted to tell you guys, we're gonna open up the panel once again. We're gonna have our team that comes on every Friday at 5:30. You know, our regular Hump. Shout out to Hump and shout out to Larry. And shout out to Keandra and shout out to Mean Showcase.
Hey man, the Fab Five, man, the Fab Five.
And Jason Shelby and Nas every now and then.
Hey man, shout out to all our fans out there, man. Doggone.
I want to say this, son. I want to say this.
Go
Shout
ahead.
out to Big Q, and his podcast.
Yeah.
For those who know Big Q, and shout out to TJ Jones and the State of the Podcast. That brother has a beautiful podcast that's been going on for a very long time. He has been doing it real, you know. So I just want to say them two shout outs to Big Q and TJ Jones. Who would you like to talk about, son? Any shout outs you want to give?
Hey man, shout out to all my fans, man. Appreciate y'all for coming in and tuning in, man. We love y'all. We love having y'all on, doggone. We love talking sports with y'all, man. And y'all some funny people out there, man.
We already made it. We just started this. We're in our 6th week. This is episode 7, huh, son? And Friday is gonna be episode 8. And
well, we don't call this one episode 7 quite. You know, this one of our side gigs right here. You know, doggone. Your Friday gonna be officially episode 7. So doggone, for our pregame show, y'all get ready, and doggone y'all get excited for that, because
if you want to come in. If y'all, we're gonna drop the link in the chat on Fridays.
Yeah.
So on the weekends, not on Fridays. On most of the time.
On Saturday.
When the season
on Saturday we'll drop the links to y'all. So every Sunday we'll have our pregame shows and our postgame shows after the games. You know.
So we want to hear from the Saints fans. We want if the Saints lose, we want to hear y'all come out. If y'all win, we want to hear y'all. We want to hear the Saints fans.
Man, get involved. Have fun, man. Doggone, we know y'all watching the game too, man. So doggone, tell us what y'all think y'all saw and what y'all think we need to get better at, and tell us what y'all liked about the games, man. Doggone, we're all about having fun on here, man. And doggone, hey, I'm looking out this Friday. I want to tell y'all this too. On Friday, look out for Jameis Winston to come play in this game, man. Doggone, I think he gonna play the first drive, man. Doggone. So get excited about that. Play the Chargers. You know, we might get a few more starters like that out there. So doggone,
the majority of the starters will play.
So doggone, and I think you have to really get your starters out like that, because you know we don't have a 4th preseason game no more. So that's 2 weeks of rest before the season. You don't want your starters really resting that much. So it's gonna be really doggone cool to see, and really doggone eye-opening to see what they look like, you know, against these Chargers real quick, you know. So I'm excited for that, guys. Doggone, I can't wait, doggone, to see what y'all opinions are this year, man. We gonna have so much fun, man. I'm already having fun. It's just the preseason, so doggone, we got a lot going on.
You know, I want y'all, like I said, please share our videos. Please subscribe to our channel. We love our fans. We love you guys, and we want y'all to participate with us. This is what this podcast is about Who That Nation. This is the podcast of the Who That Nation, and we gonna.
Hey man, this would make us different, man. Doggone,
we gonna make it different.
This would make us different, doggone. We get everybody involved, man. Doggone, whoever it is, doggone, y'all do what y'all want to do, man. Y'all use our platform to go get yourselves and doggone to have fun on, man. Doggone, come have fun with us and enjoy yourselves, man. It's doggone.
Thank you, Christopher. Shout out to Christopher.
Appreciate that doggone subscription, man. We appreciate that.
New Orleans 504 in the house.
Yes, sir.
So look, remember on the pre-games, we're gonna have the pre-game show and the after talk, and we're gonna be giving the mic to a lot of you guys, and we want the hard questions that nobody has to answer. We not thin skin. We not thin skin over here. We not thin over here. So you know what I'm saying? We even gonna let some of our rivals in the chat. Okay.
Hey man, hey! I can't wait for those. I want to hear from them Falcons fans. I want to hear from them Panthers fans. I want to hear from them Buccaneers fans. I want to hear it. I want to hear it because I want to get down and dirty with them. I want to get down and dirty with them.
Well, hey EJ, who that?
Baby? Who that? I love it, baby. It's time to take over, man. It's time to take over.
We're out of here, y'all.